there's always a question about, well, what about Nigerian men? And so I wanted to share with you some of the things that you want to look out for when you are being courted or dating a Nigerian man. Now, Nigerian men are really great in a lot of different ways. They are one of the most educated immigrants in the US. They make great money, more than their white counterparts. They are very charming, very caring, and they have a provider mindset. Now, with that said, girl, you and I both know that Nigeria is one of the biggest scamming countries in the world.
No, no, it's not true. No.
Oh, he really was Googling it.
Mm-hmm. Do you see what he's saying? No, he about to get back into it. I think he had this older video.
Okay, we get it.
And a lot of Nigerian men will try to scam you. And so I want to make sure that you have some ideas around what they might do so that you can protect yourself. Number one, if he's asking for money, it's a no. Nigerian men are very proud and providers. So if he's not providing for you, then he's not serious about you. If he's not asking you over to his house, then he's hiding something. So it's probably a no. If he says he loves you in the first 2 weeks, it's a no. It means that he likes you and not he's love bombing you, right? Nigerians are infamous for love bombing. I always say that's why you'll find Nigerians anywhere that there's oil, honey. Nigeria, Middle East, Houston, they use that oil to love bomb you, girl. Yeah. Now, with that said, he might say I love you in the second month. He might really mean it, but in the first couple of weeks, it's a love bomb. Okay. You will also have to do detective work. And I know a lot of romantics don't want to do that. With a Nigerian man, you will have to do that because he may lie to you. Why? He might say that he's divorced and he might still be married. Yeah. So you'll have to do detective work. You'll have to give your best evidence. You have to also understand his emotional capability. A lot of Nigerian men are blunt and might invalidate your feelings. So you want to make sure that he has the emotional capacity to be able to be a great partner. The other thing is they're very traditional, so they don't want to go back and forth with you. If you're opinionated and you like to debate, it probably won't be a good match because he will try to humble you. Okay. Now, you want to see, is he actually incorporating you into his community, specifically his family? So if you haven't chatted with his family, specifically his mother, in the first 2 months, and make sure that it's his mother, he's probably not serious about you, right? Some women will think, oh my God, he's introducing me to his friends. He likes me. No, his friends are enablers. They don't care about you. The other things that I have learned are be careful if he's the only son or the oldest son. The family will be very protective and be very harsh and hard on you. Yeah. And then also, because they're provider men, a lot of times that comes with strings, and a lot of Nigerian men will cheat. That's why I'm saying you're going to have to do detective work to make sure that, he's not cheating on you, because culturally speaking, that has been something that has been accepted in terms of what a man needs. And then finally, you want to ask him about his relationship past. And the reason I say that is because if he is focused on just African women and you're his first African-American woman or something like that, he might not be taking you seriously, and he might be using you and playing you. Another way to protect yourself is to bring elders into the actual courtship, because culturally speaking, it's families talking with other families, and bringing an elder with you, introducing him to an aunt, a mom, or dad within the first couple of months will help you realize that you have other people around you supporting you and that he can't just play in your face. Okay? I hope that this is helpful. Let me know.
Oh my God. So he touched on Mia's part, because Mia talked about that not bringing you around family. So I haven't watched this in a minute. So it just came to my mind when he's talking about the not bringing you around family. I don't agree.
Family scared.
To talk with somebody's mom? Nah, that's way. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I do think he hit some points, but I think 2 months is.
Let's just say he's spot on. There are exceptions out there, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, for sure. And the detective. But that girl just made this real. I think that's what men, period, you got to be doing detective work, because from my experience, what?
I don't like I think it's weird.
I think that I feel like they're not that honest. I don't think it's necessarily in terms of the culture, maybe the way they go about it may be a bit different, but I think that men hide a lot. So I don't know if it's necessarily a cultural thing. But he said bringing the elders.
I just said the elders. Yeah, and that's funny. You said the elders. Mia said, what has been your experience dating Nigerian men? I don't have nothing against Nigerian men. You know, like my father was a Nigerian man. I have a Nigerian brother. I have Nigerian men that are cousins. Like I don't like. I'm not gonna ever sit down. Like, and that's the thing I don't like when men are doing. Like I hear some men be saying, "Oh, Nigerian women is this." Your mother Nigerian. Your sister that's 40 is single Nigerian.
Your mother
Like don't be.
that you love more than anyone on earth is a Nigerian woman.
So, like I would never sit here and bash my men, but do I think that there's like common traits? Yeah, and I think it also just depends on like were they born and raised here or did they grow up here. I think that's going to make a huge difference in behavior and the things like you said, like you know, cheating being normalized. I don't think in America cheating is not normalized, but many parts of the world cheating is normalized. Right? In America, you'll see a woman divorce her billionaire husband because he cheated, and nobody will question her. But you know what I'm saying? If you go to certain parts of the world, people look at you like you're crazy because it's like that's what men do.
Cheating? What's cheating?
Right, that's what men do, right? So I do think that like doctor, I forgot what he said. Like I don't want to generalize, but obviously you're gonna notice patterns, right? You notice patterns, you notice trends.
Right.
My guy friend said the thing he don't like about Nigerian girls sometimes that they want to act like, oh, you're my brother. I'm your sister. He said he don't like that. Like, I'm trying to date you. Like, stop acting like we brother and sister. I'm like, really? I never experienced that. He's like, yeah, like they try to act too like, he's like, no, like I'm attracted to you. Stop that. Like trying to act like, oh, you my brother, you my sister. So I thought that point's interesting, but I don't have, it's just, I just feel like sometimes it's like the opposite. I don't believe in extremes, but a lot of times in life, I feel like I encounter extremes. So you'll meet people who are not ready. They need forever, right? They need like years. And then also too, you'll meet like I meet some guys who like in a week they're like already talking about relationship. I'm just like it's too fast. So like it's kind of what like Anwar alluded to. I'm really scared about love bombing. Yeah, like it's real because it's like you don't know anything really about me. Like how can you like me so much in a week, in 3 days? Like I know I'm amazing. Like I can't even.
It could be real, but if it's in the first 2 weeks,
like if it's too much, like yeah, I could stand up in this dress. Like I know I got it, right? Like I don't have no time. But at the same time, I feel like things take time. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like things still take time. Like I can even have a crush on someone like for years and years. But like even if I did with that guy in like a week, I don't think I'll be able to tell you that I could see him in my future. In 3-4 days, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's still a crush. Maybe I'm like, oh my god, like when I see him, I get butterflies, right? But like, I don't know you, so that's the only thing I could say that I notice a lot of the love bombing, and I don't know, so I can relate to that. And I'm still Nigerian-American, and I still experience that, so I don't know if that's like sometimes I worry like, is it real? Or is it just game? It could be like,
I think it could be a cultural thing. Like I just feel like it's not necessarily. I think we made it out to be like a negative thing, but it's not necessarily negative. I think it's just like how they express themselves when they like. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I don't think it's always necessarily, and that's why I feel like there's an adjustment. You know, when you come to this part of the world and you're dating, because it may work well where they're coming from. You know, it may be the way that a woman knows that this guy really likes me. But then they come to America and they're doing all that, and like women are like, "Oh my gosh, she's doing too much. Oh my gosh!" But it's like, how am I supposed to know you like me if you don't do too much? You know what I mean? So I definitely think there's some cultural differences.
Another thing a guy told me is that he feel like Nigerian women, we want men to chase us too much. And obviously being in American women are more aggressive, right? So he was like, he would never look down on a woman for calling him first, texting him first, sending him pictures throughout the day. He was like, he wants to know the woman is interested too. And a lot of Nigerian women want you to like go head over heels, always calling them first, texting. He's like, no, I don't. So like, he's like, I'll do that. And then after a couple of days, I lose interest because I feel like she doesn't really like me. I'm like, wow, that's crazy because, we weren't raised like that. We were raised if a man likes you, he's going to jump off the cliff for you. You never, like almost like, it makes you look cheap to show interest.
Yeah,
makes you
look do too much. Yeah.
He's like, no, like I don't want. He's like, so that's why I like American girls because they don't be caring. They'll FaceTime me all day. They'll text me. They'll call me.
I'm American. I'm about to be.
He's like, and I like it because it shows me that like the girl is really into me just as much. As
men do want to feel wanted as well, and I feel like sometimes culture. But then we have to talk about, like I said, there's a lot of cultural differences. So like you have to understand where the person is coming from. Like why people do the things they do, why people think the way they think. It's culture, right? So, yeah, I can see where he's coming from. I can see where he's coming from.
Do y'all attract more African men or African American men? I don't really know. I would probably say African men, but I feel like because I'm around them more.
I'm in the environments, right? And I go to the events I go to, so I think that would just be the main reason why. But funny you mentioned that, because growing up, it wasn't until I went to college, like American guys trying to talk to me. I never just thought an American guy would be like, I don't know why I had in my mind like they wouldn't try and talk to someone who's not like American.
Man,
like, does that make sense? Yeah. Then when I got older, I'm like, men really don't care. They try to talk to anyone, like they don't care. But I just thought it was like, oh, okay. Like, I guess it's kind of going back to Gino's point, like you kind of shocked that they find you attractive because of those stereotypes, or because of the things, growing up, and like the things that people would say about like Africans as a whole. It's almost like, oh, okay, like,
you don't have that mixed look. You still look black. Is that why?
I don't think that's necessarily. Yeah, I just thought that they would be attracted to like other women, like American. I don't know. I was young. It was a stupid way of thinking. Like it doesn't really make sense, but.